Hey, today we looked at dot plots, and the first step will always be, put um, the numbers in order. That's going to be a hard thing when the numbers are all scrambled, but it makes the dot plots really easy. You can see that there's 3 zeros. You can see that there's 5 1s. You can see that there's 3 2s, 2 3s, and a 4, and then the dot plot kind of does itself um, pretty easily. And so let's take a look at what they have us do today. Okay, so we've got a series of questions, and we're supposed to match them up with the numbers there. So what grade are you in? Well, they keep talking to all the sixth graders, so I'm assuming that's A. C says how many inches are in a foot? Well, 12 inches are in a foot. That's not really a statistical question. How many dogs and cats you have? I'm hoping you don't have 20 cats. So I'm going to say that this one is the D, and then it says, how many books did you read last year? And so that one's going to be B, A, B, C, D, E, or A, B, C, D. We're good to go. Okay. How are A and C different? There's there is only one answer for each. And the how many inches are in a foot? Definitely 12. But what grade are you in? They only talked to sixth graders, and so they only got 6. But if you were out at lunch, second lunch anyways, you could get a lot more students. Dot plots. 10 students, how many minutes would it take them to get to school? Which dot plot could represent, which could not? Let's start with the could not. You can't take -5 minutes to get ready for school. And right here, I hope that you're not taking 300 minutes to get ready for school. That's like 5 hours. Um, that's a bit too much. And so I'm going to go with A. That you cannot take -5 minutes to get ready. That means like you were ready 5 minutes before you woke up. Oh wait, and then I've got to answer which. So that leaves B. B is the only one there I think that could be correct. Which is this? How old are you? Is not a statistical question because you're just asking one student. How old are the students in your school? That's a statistical. How old is your teacher? That's just one person. What is the difference in your age? That's just a subtraction problem. So, like if I was looking at this A, C, and D, like they only have one answer. But if you're asking like how old are the students in our school, that's a statistical question. You're going to get a lot of different answers. Hopefully this is not how old the people are at school. Okay, points, the basketball game. Well, you got one person scored like a 42, one got like a 19. Um, and then everybody else. I was gonna say something like, there is a star uh, player on the team um, that scored like 42 points, and their friend that, if I can spell friend that scored 19. Something, you're just making up a story about what you saw there. Um, Least to greatest. Absolute value. So absolute value of 19 would be 19. Absolute value of -18 would be 18, 17, 20, and then I've got -18. Well, -18 is going to be the smallest. Then 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay. Ooh, some division. Ooh, that's not a nice one. I know that you'll probably use your calculator, but 45052 divided by 28. And so That goes in there one time, 28. Subtract. I've got to borrow 17, 0. That's a 6 times would be 48. 4, 12, 16. That's a 2, bring down the 5. Can't go in there, bring down the 2. That's 9, which is 252. So 1609. The other two are the same problem. So let's clear this. I've got 52 divided by 17. And I'm going to go with 3 times is 51. Subtract, get 9. Bring down the 5. I get that is 5. Would be 35, but that'd be 85. Subtract 102, and that's going to be 6 times exactly. I'm looking at my multiplication chart for this one. The first one was there as well. And so I've got that this is 356. The next one, they put a decimal point right there, and they put a decimal point right there. And so I had to move this decimal over one spot. I had to move this one over one spot. So it ends up being 35.6. Yeah, let's see how I did. Yay, I got them all right. If you have any questions, please ask in class. If not, I'll see you in the next video.